Hello designers, we are here in Illustrator today to create a custom color scheme that is well balanced, and you can save it for future use in your swatches panel. All right, we're going to get started first by going to Google, and we're going to locate this website here. It's called color.adobe.com. The link to it should be with this video lesson assignment. If not, type in this address, or worst case scenario, you can even simply Google Adobe Color, and it should be the first site that pops up. Okay, now that we have this website popped up, I want you to see that you have your different categories of color schemes here. If these do not look familiar, you need to go back and rewatch the video lecture on color schemes. It should be featured in the same video lesson as textile pattern introduction, so make sure you locate that. And you are going to be creating a balanced color scheme today. We're just doing this as practice. You will probably creating a different one when you get ready to start your actual project, but this is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to create the color scheme that we can use later. So once you click on a section, and let's all click on complementary, notice you've got your color wheel, and it's going to give you colors on this color wheel that can be moved. And notice as I move them, it's moving the other colors, and you see it change down here. It's balancing it for you, so there's no guesswork involved. I can even move them in, makes them lighter, out makes them darker. I can click on the individual ones, so maybe I want to make this one lighter but leave the other ones darker. Maybe I want to move that one in, click on this one. So you get to move that however you want. If you want to play with one of the other ones, you can. But once you have a color scheme that you like, I like that one there, notice it does give you the Pantone color. So if I wanted to, this number here, I could just type that into Adobe and it should give me that exact shade of blue. It's even giving you the color formula here. But we're going to instead, we're going to save this. Now, if the filter system didn't restrict us, it's much easier to simply add it here in the program, but we're going to have to make an extra step, but because our filter is probably going to block it. But we're going to go through the steps anyways. We're going to click Save, and then we're going to go to View, and it's going to pop up our libraries. Now, I'm going to have more than you. You're going to have probably one. I've got multiple here because I've done this video lesson several times now. But you will see that your color scheme has been added. Now, by saving it, it should automatically put it in Illustrator as a color library. But like I said, because of our filter system, it probably hasn't added it in here. It usually would come up here. It would show underneath here. Sometimes you can load it under the downloads, but it probably isn't there, okay? So how do we get this into Adobe Illustrator so we can actually use this? Well, you'll notice there's a little download button here. I want you to click that button. It's going to put that color scheme in our downloads folder. All right, so let's go to Illustrator. I'm going to close this document. And we're going to create a new document, and we're just going to do 20 by 20 again. We're just going to keep it 20 by 20 to keep it consistent the entire unit. Make sure you're set to inches, and then click Create. And we're just going to place this saved color scheme JPEG. So we're going to go to File, Place. You need to navigate to the Downloads folder. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click Place. I'm just going to place the image, and then I just want to resize it so it does fit clearly in the center of my image. And now, quick review on alignment. Click on your object. We're going to align to the artboard, and I want you to make sure it's in the center vertically and centered horizontally. All right, stop the video and do that now. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about embedded images here. This is the first time you're really doing this. So you're going to send me a file that has another file that's linked to it. This is a separate file. The way Illustrator works right now is you're actually seeing two files at the same time. It's just one is placed inside the other one. Well, the problem is that image that's linked that you're seeing is in your downloads folder. So if you invite me to see this thing, it's going to tell me there's a broken link. So the first thing we have to do is we have to embed this. So it's literally like gluing it to the document. So you need to open up the links panel. So we're going to go to Window, Links, and with the color scheme selected, you need to click on the drop down and just go to Embed Image. And you're gonna, that little blue X should disappear. It means it's like glued in there. Now I can still move this thing, okay? But it's linked in there. So when you send me this file, it's gonna show up for me. All right? Let's go ahead, and while we're thinking of it now, let's save this. File Save As. Save it in the Creative Cloud. I want you to call it Color Scheme and then your name, and then click Save. And then you're going to invite me to edit it. So make sure you do that. All right, before we do that, well, that's great. We've got this image. How do I get this in my swatches so I can use it? We've kind of already done this before. It's just as simple as grabbing that swatch, adding it to the swatches panel. Click on the next one, adding it to the swatches panel. Click on the next one, clicking and dragging. Next one, clicking and dragging, and then next one, clicking and dragging. So now we have them added in our swatches. Okay? So when I pull this up on my computer, I open up the image, this should be embedded in there, and if I open up my swatches panel, those 5 colors should be added. It should automatically pop up because you've saved them, because remember, your swatches panel travels kind of with that document. It's going to open up with that document. All right? Double, triple check that you have invited me to edit this. So in other words, you should have the document in Illustrator, and then go back to Google Classroom and hit Mark as Done.